So let's ask the question. What takes place when you get pulled over, you have a CWP, and you have a firearm in the vehicle? Then the lights come on. What do? Let's find out. What's up, good people? This is Michael Woodland of 𝐤𝐤𝐤 Tactical, and as we stated at the beginning, what should take place when you get pulled over and you have a firearm in the vehicle? But before we dive into this discussion, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, follow us, hit the bell notification so you will be notified when new videos will be released. As we stated at the beginning, what should you do when you get pulled over? Let's backtrack a little bit and let's talk about what takes place in the officer's car before he steps out of the vehicle. Now, as we already know, everything is associated with your social security number. That being said, think about it. Any type of government document that you fill out, whether it be state, federal, it's going to be attached to your social security number. Your registration is attached to your social security number. Your driver's license, attached to your social security number. CWP, you guessed it, is attached to your social security number. Now, depending on what state you live in, I'm going to reference a concealed weapons permit as CWP. Some places call it a CPW, some people call it a CPL. For the remainder of this video, we're just going to go ahead and say CWP to keep it simple. Whenever the officer calls it in or types it into the computer in the car, and it's going to show up the registration of that vehicle. Is it valid or not? If there's a warrant for that person who that vehicle is registered to. If the driver's license is suspended or not suspended. You guessed it. They have to know if you have a CWP or not. When the officer steps out of the vehicle, a few things are going to take place. Now, in the process of getting pulled over, what I like to do is I like to roll all my windows down because the windows of my vehicle are tinted. So I like to roll all the windows down so the officer can see in the vehicle and see there is no threat being proposed to him. Now, when he steps out of the vehicle and he's coming up, he's going to touch the back of the vehicle, whether it be the license plate or some portion of that vehicle. That's nothing more than DNA evidence that the officer was at this in the event that something happens and the vehicle drives off, gets away, or whatever the case may be. So when it's found later on, that DNA evidence is there to show that an officer was at that vehicle's location when it was pulled over. When the officer takes one step past the bumper, I'm going to go ahead and say out of the window, not in an aggressive manner, I'm not going to shout it, but I'm going to speak pretty loud. Officer, before you say anything to me, I would like you to know that I have a CWP and there is a firearm in the vehicle. Notice I did not say gun. Gun is a little bit more threatening, but at the same time, a lot of times when you go back and you watch videos where there are a lot of officers and they start shooting, it's normally said gun when those shootings start happening. Say firearm, it's less threatening. Now, when the officer comes up, he now is already advised, because in South Carolina, you have to notify the officer in the event that the officer notifies himself as an officer that you have a firearm in your possession. And sometimes the conversation went as simple as this. All right, keep your hands on the steering wheel, no problem, and just follow my commands afterwards. Don't grab yours, I won't grab mine. One officer even asked me one time, hey, where is the firearm in your vehicle? Yeah, too easy. It's on my right hip, and I'm right-handed. Okay, keep your right hand on the steering wheel, and anything I need, please hand it over with your left. Too easy. The way I perceive that is, the officer was putting himself in a position where he had advantage, and if I did any type of movement with my right hand, he can now perceive that as a threat. What if you don't have a CWP in the car? pretty much the same thing is going to take place. If you don't have a CWP, by law in South Carolina, the firearm must be transported in the glove compartment. That's right. If you put it under your seat, you might get arrested, depending on the demeanor of that officer at that time. I'm not going to tell you why or where to find that at, but you can go back a couple videos, tip videos on YouTube and Instagram. I spoke on this matter beforehand. I'm not going to give you all the answers to the tests right now, but if you would like more information on that, seek out a reputable CWP instructor in your area and give them a call and see if they will talk to you about it, or sign up for a class. You will get the answer then. Trust me on that. Whatever the laws are in your state or your area, please do the same thing. Seek out a reputable instructor and find out what the laws are as far as how you should carry in a vehicle in your area. If you live in the Columbia, South Carolina area and you would like more information on this, please visit 𝐿-WTactical.com or email us at info@𝐿-WTactical.com and let's start a discussion, or come on down and get some training. Could be fun. Now, if you will, before you go ahead and sign off, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and hit that bell notification so you will be notified when new videos will be released from the 𝐿-W Tactical YouTube channel. Until next time, keep shooting, keep practicing, and have fun. Y'all be safe out there.